Hello and welcome to How to Automotive. In today's video, we're going to talk about justifying the cost of expensive tools and are they right for you. So stay tuned for that. So here on the How to Automotive YouTube channel, I do a lot of tool reviews, and one of the comments I always get is, yeah, but it costs so much or it's so expensive for that particular tool. All right, so I wanted to talk to you about justifying that cost. You know, is it right for you? So one of the things I like to do is put tools in categories. I put tools in tools that I want, tools that I need, tools that will make my life easier, and tools that will make me money. So if it doesn't fall within one of those categories, then it's a tool that I don't need or I could live without. Let's create some scenarios here. So say you want a new power tool, a new impact wrench or something like that, and you think that they cost too much, or they range between $300 and $700 depending on the brand out there, for an impact gun to take tires off and do suspension work, brake work, engine work, those type of things. They are expensive. So here's how I would justify it. If you're going to use that tool on a regular basis, it's going to make your money and make your life easier. So that would be a good tool to buy. So if you're a DIYer and you're going to use that tool once every 6 months, then you may want to swap over to a hand tool and just use that because it's a lot cheaper. Another scenario to justify buying an expensive tool is if it's going to make your life easier. If that is a priority to you, where you don't want to be hunched over doing this with a little ratchet or something like that for a long period of time. You just want to stick your hand back there, buzz it off, get it done, and get back into back into your house, walk with your family. That might be a priority to you, is that the speed of something. So with a hand ratchet, it can take quite a bit of time to take a fastener off, but with an air ratchet or a cordless ratchet, you could do it like lickety split. So that may be a priority to you. Some people get annoyed by sitting there going for a long period of time. So having a power tool would eliminate that problem. So that may be the reason for justifying the cost of the tool. Now, one of the biggest reasons why people would buy a tool or justify the cost of an expensive tool is making money. So if you can buy a tool that makes you money, that tool actually costs you zero. It's making you money. So it's a no-brainer. If it's making you money day in and day out, it's a no-brainer. It's justified to buy that tool. If it's sitting in your toolbox for months and months and months and months and maybe get used once or twice a year, that is a reason to not buy that particular tool. Let's talk toolboxes. So toolboxes, are very expensive. The one I have ranges around $14,000 for the bottom box and the top cabinet. That's the retail price for that particular toolbox. And can you justify, or can I justify the cost of that? And early in my career, I would say absolutely not. The tools are more important than the toolbox, and I still stand behind that. But later on in your career, when you have just pretty much every tool you need to do the jobs that you're doing, having a big toolbox helped me become more organized and be more efficient. So that toolbox actually makes me money because I'm more efficient, and I also know that tool, all those tools are very secure. Once I hit that lock button and go home, that box is secure. I know that for sure. My old boxes, I had like multiple carts and stuff, and those were easy to break into. You could just roll the whole thing off really easy and throw it in the back of a truck. The toolbox I got now, it would take a flatbed truck or tow truck to get that thing out, and that's not something you can easily steal. My old setup was you could just roll that out and boom, steal it, you're gone. So having that security is one of the reasons why I justified owning this toolbox. The main reason why I got this toolbox is just because I wanted it, but it benefited me in the end. It turned out to make me more money, make me more efficient. So bonus for me. So that's something you need to think about when you're buying those expensive tools. Is it going to sit there, or is it going to get used? If it's going to get used, it's always worth the money to spend the money on it. So there's cheap tools and quality tools, and there's lots of arguments for both sides of those. My advice is to buy the best quality tools that you can afford that makes sense to you and your budget. Everybody's different. Everybody has a different budget. So if you decide to buy these tools, these expensive tools, I recommend that you take your time and pace it out and buy it over time. You know, don't just go buying them all at one time, because that can be troublesome. You put you in debt and you know, leave a bad taste in your mouth, maybe give you buyer's remorse if you do it like that. But like they say, Rome wasn't built in a day, so just get the tool one step at a time. Buy one tool, make some money with that tool, buy another tool, make some money with that tool, buy another tool. And keep doing that until you have the collection of tools that you need and deserve to work with. I'm Brian Esser from How To Automotive. I'd like to thank you guys for watching. Encourage you to subscribe. Invite you to head over to the howtoautomotive.com website for more valuable videos like this. Thank you again for watching.